Hey guys, welcome back to Pharmacist Talk Opioids. I'm your girl Tish, or also known as Your Favorite Pharmacist, and I need to get in the habit of saying how Cody is my co-host. So, welcome my co-host Cody, and I'm here. I'm a pharmacist of over 20 years, and I'm also opioid use of over 10 years. I've used opioids rather for over 10 years. So, from a personal aspect of using opioids for an extended period of time, and also from a pharmacist aspect, I can give real value because I can think both ways, personally and from a medicinal aspect, of how opioids or just any substance in general can start off good in your life, but it can really become ratchet and just take over. And you have to have an extra strategy to get to a point of mental clarity and just having your life back. So that's the whole premise of my channel, is to just, just let's talk through it. I want to get a real perspective about it. I've been off opioids for over 2 years. And instead of just keeping how I did it without the hospitalization. I've done it without any treatment programs, just my personal knowledge of the medication from what I studied as a pharmacist and real life experiences and a personal real life experience, starting off, like I said, with a major medical issue that led to me almost losing my life, having been on heavy on narcotics or opioids for over 10 years. And when I say heavy, I'm not talking about baby stuff. I'm talking about fully functioning on oxycodone, fully functioning on hydrocodone, and fully functioning on tramadol all at the same time, every day, all day, for years. At first, everything was cool. It got to a point where it wasn't cool, and here we are, done it. I'm happy. I just want to share that knowledge and purpose with you. If I was still on it, I'll be probably on the couch right now. Me and Cody. That's one thing probably Cody missed is, all that sleeping I was doing on my days off because we would just get it in, honey. Sleeping was my best friend. So either way, the message of this video today is, are you okay? And I know a lot of times, just in general, we kind of take, ourselves for granted and the struggles and the journey that we are going through. Just in general, we take that for granted. But, we are what they call in a pandemic during an epidemic, the epidemic being the opioid epidemic. With the epidemic, that just means how just the flooding of opioids, the use of it, and people are dying from it. And it's an epidemic where we're trying to get a solution to it and get a grapple over a situation that should not exist in the first place. And then with the pandemic and just just the routine of, like, let's say if you had to go to a methadone clinic, or let's say you had a support group, even if, like I said, if you're an alcoholic or if you have a heroin use, or just narcotic, anonymous, just in general, if you had a support group that you would go to help you through that addiction or that disorder, use disorder, and now that is gone because of the pandemic. So my question is, how are y'all doing? Fortunately, I stopped before the pandemic. But either way, with me, that would have made a difference because the way I decided to get off of opioids and how I did it was really independent of how, of whatever outside factors there were. The only factor that was really, really needed was my mental state of knowing what I was dealing with. In a prior video, I speak about the nature of the beast. So I understood the nature of the beast. So, like I said, that cut out 90% of the problem for me on how to get off the opioids. And then, just secondly, just, either way, well, like I said, it's a journey. I'm a lady. We're just getting to know each other. And I'm just not going to just lay it all out on the table for everybody because that's just not ladylike. Speaking of which, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, please. That'd be like so cool of you, like super, super, super cool. And Cody would just love it. He's in my lab, but he's just like so like you can see from his face. He would really, really like if y'all were to subscribe to the channel. You see how interested he is? Yeah, he's very interested in that. Yeah. Anyway, so that'd be awesome. So anyway, are you okay? Like, how are y'all handling the pandemic? Are y'all still like doing your meetings? Are you in this, are you all still, somehow holding on to a community of other people who also have a disorder, a use disorder, an addiction? I mean, because it's so important. Like, the two main things that the pandemic has caused was increase in stress. So unfortunately, that increased the use of whatever substance of choice that you have a disorder with. With jobs being lost, the not be able to leave the house, all of the news media stuff that's driving everyone insane. Should you wear a mask? Should you not wear a mask? Is the coronavirus real? All of that is very stressful factors. And what does stress do when you have already have an addiction issue? It's going to make you want to go back and use whatever that helps you escape. So if you have an issue with heroin, if you have an addiction to pills or whatever, alcohol, what are you going to do? You're going to want to escape. So you need to understand, just in general, to know that is a trigger. Right now, the whole world is under stress. The entire world is under stress. So just understand that that you need to take care of yourself. You need to do a checklist within yourself. Are you okay? And understand that don't let those triggers creep up on you and you're like, oh, I just need to relax and escape this one time, because that one time is going to lead to another time, it's going to lead to another time. Especially if you don't have your peer group, especially if you don't have the community around you to help you, to stay off of the substances and to give you that support. Another big factor with the pandemic that's not cool is isolation. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people have lost their community, especially in the world of addiction and that support. Isolation is like the worst thing when you have an addiction or you have a substance use disorder, because you're bored, you're lonely, your mind starts racing, and you're isolated because of the social distancing. And now you're like, okay, what can I do to escape this feeling of isolation? You're going to want to use. That's going to be a problem because number one is getting you off the path of your exit strategy to be totally free of whatever substance of choice you have. And two, a lot of people, because of isolation, they're not even able to be helped at the emergency room. They're not even making it. A lot of people are just dying because of, they're getting bad pills because of that fentanyl. And personally, as a side note, if y'all still getting pills off the street, like y'all may trust y'all dealer who gives it to you, but you don't know who your dealer is trusting, who's giving it to them, or however they're making it, or what ingredients, because that fentanyl is real. It only takes a flick of fentanyl to totally shut down your whole life and make it where you don't wake up. So I mean, I never got drugs off the street because I was just too scary for that. I mean, because what I was not going to do was get some bad crap and then never wake up to find out that I got some bad crap, and then have my kid seeing me, because I know how my daughter, she's like, look at my mom, like there she go, got that 50 no crap, and and then she's like probably will be more so like, golly, what I'm gonna do with her body. She's a brat. Besides the point. But just that's a little comic relief. But seriously, if you're a pill user getting stuff off the street, you need to stop that, because, like I said, you may trust the person you're getting it from, but you don't know the person where they're getting it from, or who's getting the ingredients to get them to make it, or however that goes down, or whatever. So cut that out. But either way, but isolation kind of, my point is it can make you more desperate, um, to getting the relief that you feel you need. A lot of people aren't making it because they're getting bad batches of pills or whatnot because pills aren't that readily available. The dosing is not the same. So now you feel like you have to use more of it. And then your next batch might be more potent, and you just have a mess. And people are actually dying. They are not making it to the emergency room for relief because they are already dead. And because of isolation, they are not found. So even if you're watching this, to kind of get more insight of the mindset of a person who is using or has an addiction, and you're the loved one, make sure and check in on them regularly because this is a really difficult time. And like I said, I've been very blessed where I didn't have to go through the pandemic. I was already done with my situation of my exit strategy to get off of the opioids. At the same time, the way I did it was totally independent of any kind of group setting or hospitalization, methadone clinics, and stuff like that. So, and also, if you have to do the methadone clinic or go and get the Suboxones or however you used to doing it. At this point, I think things are settled down. It's not like the beginning of the pandemic, but kind of like just keep abreast and share the information. If you know someone who has an issue, share on what are the new ways are they making sure the methadone clinic is giving out the methadone. Share the information on how the naloxone or the Suboxone clinics, how they're channeling things. Just stay on, abreast on that and help people that with issues with addictions, help them to stay abreast on it as well. So, like I said, I just want to make sure everyone is okay. Um, Join my texting community. We can discuss it more. Just text exit strategy to me. And we just can discuss it. Like I said, I can give a pharmacist perspective. I'm definitely not going to, can't get too detailed, but I can definitely give a pharmacist perspective because you're wonderfully made, and you're so much more powerful. You're so much bigger than a dusty white pill. You are so much beautifully and wonderfully made than some alcohol that you just can fall through your fingers. You just can pour this fall through your fingers. I mean, is that more powerful than you? No, it's not. It's just so much. Yes, Cody, I know. What else you want me to tell them? This is crazy. It's just you're just much more than the addiction. It's just the nature of the beast. Don't waste your time on I suck or I'm depressed or I'm weak and that's why I have this addiction. Skip all of that. That ain't got nothing to do with the cost of tea in China. Has nothing to do with anything. It's just how the medication or the pills or the liquor is. It's grabbing. It just melts into your body. It hooks on tight, and to be done with the desire of the euphoria or the relief from it. That's how it is. That's just the nature of it. So just understand that, and like I said, I just want to make sure y'all was okay. I understand the pandemic is hard, but be vigilant of mind to know that you need to stay with your support systems. If you don't have a support system, get a support system. There's a lot of virtual ways of doing it. Like I said, you can join my texting community because I've been blessed with a purpose to share my story. I have full mental clarity. I've gone through it, got on the other side of it. I want that for people as well because we're just not here to be a host body for a pill because that's what it turns into. It turns from you taking the pill to the pill taking over you. You're just a host at that point once you have a full blown addiction. So just let me know if y'all okay. If you have family members, make sure they're okay. And I'll check in on y'all the next one. Y'all take care. See y'all the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.